Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to News in Motion. Or if this is your first time tuning in, we just want to say thank you for tuning in and welcome to News in Motion. Today is Tuesday, March 28, 2023. It is That's Happening Tuesday, y'all. So we have some important headline news. We have a lot to discuss. As you're coming on into the room, let us know where you're tuning in from, whether it's through Facebook, YouTube, audio, LinkedIn. If you're a podcast listener, we just want to say thank you for tuning in as you're getting your day started. Also, if you are in the Columbus, Ohio area, you might want to grab a light jacket. It is going to be a high of 51 today. So, you might want to grab a light jacket, a light hoodie before you go out there and start the day. As you see some people coming into the room, be sure to like, comment, share this with a couple of friends. Don't forget to react to get our algorithm up. And with this being said, y'all know what we do here. Let's get this news in motion.
What's up, everyone? This is Gail Dudley, and it is time for News in Motion. I love Isaiah coming in, just sharing all the information that he's been sharing. Don't worry, he'll start picking up some other areas and tell you what some of the weather is if he's led to do so. I see you, Lori Wallace. I see you, Pastor Alex. It was funny. I saw you pop in when Isaiah was giving the cool temperatures here in Columbus and Central Ohio area. And I said, he's probably sitting there talking about, yeah, it's going to be 81 here today in Florida. We don't care. What's up, Kim Edmondson coming in from YouTube? What's up, Deborah Sneed, Felicia Williams, Stephanie Burbridge Hall, Dr. Antoinette. I see you, Deborah Johnson. I see my brother rolling up in here. Good morning to all of you. I see you, Adrian, over there on YouTube as well. Come on in the room, y'all. Please do us a favor. Let's get that algorithm going. Like, share, whatever, comment, do something to get that algorithm moving. We would greatly appreciate that. We want to remind everyone, I see Robert Holman as well as Marion Jackson. We want to remind everyone that after today, we have 2 more days, and then we're taking a break throughout the entire month of April, and we will return right here on May the 1st, 2023. I was going to say 2021. Wow, I went back. 2023. We'll be right back here. So we're just so excited to bring you news. This is That's Happening Tuesday. We switched it up a little bit. We have to deal with some news and some things that are going on. So it's going to be a little different this morning, but it's still all that is happening. We have some statistics to share with you, some numbers, just everything. So you may even want to have your memo going or your laptop or paper and pen so we can get all this out. I see Camille Jones coming in here as well. Y'all, today is Tuesday, March the 28th, 2023. I am your host, Gail Dudley. Welcome everyone who's tuning in live. And if you happen to be watching the replay, whether it's tomorrow morning or later this afternoon or this evening, just thank you so much for allowing me to spend a portion of your day with you. I see Latrice Jones coming up in here as well. So y'all, let's start with Women's History Month before I dig deep into the news. I do not have a hard copy in front of me, but I do want to share this. This book releases today, so please listen. Y'all, let's support, and you see her pop in here every now and then. She's a busy person. She's been on this show with us before, but y'all, let's support Dr. Greta Oliver today. Today is really crucial for her book. If we can purchase her new ebook, y'all, it's 99 cents. It is 99 cents. If we can purchase her new ebook for 99 cents on Amazon today is the day we should do that. Let us help her by getting as many sales as possible. Today is her launch day. Again, I do not have a hard copy of her book, but it is the career roadmap. The tagline is setting yourself up to reach your career aspirations. This book is a part of her roadmap series. If y'all remember, she talked about the college roadmaps. This one is on the career roadmap. Here's the description for her book. It's easy to follow roadmap for finding your interests, discovering self, and successfully navigating the journey to your career with clarity, confidence, and control by branding yourself as the only choice for hire. I like this, y'all. Dissatisfied with your job and confused about how to get started finding something else, this career roadmap will help you. Are you looking for a clear roadmap that defines which steps need to be taken in order to find your passion and purpose in life? This book will help you. I see you, Hester. Do you need help in developing and explaining your personal brand? Her book will help you. She goes on in this description, says you are not alone, and the roadmap for this important journey is right within that book, in the book Career Roadmap. If I slow down long enough, I'll get my words right. This book is a resource for individuals who want to make a shift from their current job to another more fulfilling position. The audience for this book is likely a more mature or seasoned employee who feels compelled to make a dramatic change and who is willing to do the work that is required to make the change they desire. On with this description, it says this book can also be used by anyone who is seeking a job and will help in determining interests, personal branding, understanding the job search, and preparing for successfully navigating the search process. You can download her book today, y'all. If we can just go into Amazon after News in Motion, if we could just go into Amazon, put in the search career mode road career roadmap, get that out, career roadmap by Dr. Greta Oliver. I'm sure she will absolutely appreciate all of us doing that. And again, that is on Amazon. That is on Amazon. So congratulations to you, Dr. Greta Oliver, and much success to your roadmap series. So y'all, that's our Women's History Month highlight today. Now, let's shift into the news. Yesterday was a hard day. I think we're all extremely tired. We are overwhelmed. We are sick of it. When my phone starts alerting me like back to back to back to back to back, like I probably received 30, 40 alerts within a span of 60 seconds. And when that happens, I know something just happened. There's no way I'm going to get that many alerts that quickly. And so, of course, as all of you learned, I was learning, I was researching, I was seeing what was happening, what was going on in Nashville. And the moment I heard school, and the moment I heard children, I could not help it, y'all. I just started crying. I said, here we go again. So Evelyn Decas, age 9, Holly Scruggs, age 9, William Kinney, age 9, Cynthia Peak, age 61, Catherine Kuentz, age 60, and Mike Hill, age 61. 6 people murdered yesterday morning, somewhere around 10 o'clock, 10:13 a.m. Central Time, at a Christian school while children were learning. Their lives were destroyed, murdered immediately. So we have 3 children, 3 adults who were shot and killed yesterday after a 28-year-old shooter carrying 2 semi-automatic rifles. Can I get through this? And a handgun opened fire at a private Christian school in Nashville, Tennessee. The suspect, Audrey Hale, who identifies as transgender. I don't know why that's on all the alerts, but I'm reading it. But she killed people. This person killed people. They killed people. They killed children age 9 up to adults age 61. So regardless of all the extra labels, this person murdered 6 people. Murdered. Reportedly, Audrey was a former student and died after being shot by the police responding to the scene at the Covenant School, which serves about 200 students from preschool through sixth grade. The victims, again, are identified from ages 9 to 61. Officials say police received an initial call about the active shooter at 10:13 a.m. Central Time. The suspect reportedly entered the school by firing through the glass door of a first floor side entrance before moving to the second floor, where two police officers from a five-member team opened fire, killing the suspect at 10:27 a.m. The school did not have a public safety officer on site. Investigators said that the suspect had drawn a detailed map of the school, including potential entry points, and left behind some writings. The suspect's motive is unclear. Nearly 3,000 people have died in over 500 mass killings in the U.S. since 2006. We're going to put up an image for you to take a look at of the number of killings, if Isaiah can get that up. This is a number of mass killings per year. Just look at that. 2006, 2019 was the highest so far. We have 2022, and then we have 2023. And 2023 seems to be, if things continue the way they are, it could exceed that 2019 line. Y'all, we have a problem. We have a problem that we need to strategize, contact our representatives to say we need to do more. Thank you, Isaiah. To say we need to do more than what's happening right now. Um, Nashville school shooter left a manifesto map. Authorities identified the three children and the three adults who were shot, um, and the manifesto and map they found at the home of the shooter who died by gunfire with police. Now they're saying that um, there had to have been a leak in this with everything that was presented. And when they mean by there has to have been a leak, that Audrey had to have said something. May not have said that they were going to go and shoot and kill children at a school, but there had to be some kind of conversation while they were purchasing these particular assault rifles and handguns. They were talking about the heaviness of the guns and the stature of this person. They were talking about there had to be conversation with the manifesto, with the social media and everything. Yeah, we have to learn to listen and not be afraid to speak and to share. So, President Joe Biden repeated his call on Congress to ban assault style weapons. And then we had Senator Rick Scott, Republican of Florida, who suggested an automatic death penalty for school shooters. So, okay, there's that. But, Rick Scott, can we also talk about a ban of assault style weapons? So, if you want to join Everytown, we have an image up. If you want to join Everytown, I see you, Danielle, coming on YouTube. Text the word students to all in all caps to 644-33. Again, text the word students in all caps to 644-33. And this helps us join the fight to end gun violence. This is Everytown. This is the student demandaction.org. And we demand better. We demand better. And this is all a part. Thank you, Isaiah. This is all a part of what we need to do as constituents and as citizens. Today is the day to contact our representatives, and I think we still have those numbers, those phone numbers in the brand in the banners, Isaiah. If not, we'll get them out to you all later. So you may be asking me, well, what do we say? You basically text them or call them and you say to them, ban assault style weapons now. That's it. I don't know if y'all were following some of the reporting that was going on, the press conferences at all, But there was a woman who was visiting Nashville, visiting her sister-in-law with her son, and they had just survived the Highland Park shooter from July. And she says, "Here we are again." She asked the press this question. She goes, "Aren't you all tired of reporting this?" She says, "Contact your representatives today." She talked about meetings. She had appointments with over 130 lawmakers in DC. She talked about fentanyl. She talked about the assault rifles, that the cartel are coming over and using our guns to kill people or teach people how to kill people. She really just shared her heart. And I was sitting there, y'all, I have to be honest with y'all. I was sitting there between reading all of the alerts and watching the press conference, just bawling. I'm like, I am so over this. It's like every so often we breathe, but it comes back. And it goes back to something that I've said early on many times on News in Motion. We have to find a way. If this is not your thing to deal with guns and assault weapons and banning them, then find your niche or your passion about what you want to stand up for. But we all get tired. We all get exhausted. And I have to be honest with you. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it to Thursday until I break. Because even yesterday, as I shared with Isaiah last week, my brain is fried with this. And it's like, okay, get it together. So I went out and worked out last night to release some stress. And I mean, I worked out last night to release some stress. And even while working out, I had tears flowing. And the instructor says, "We know where you are, Gail. We got what's going on. We're with you. Just keep working out. Just release it, release it. Don't let it stay inside of you." Y'all, we have to find a way. And I know I'm speaking to the choir here today, but if we can get the word out, we have to really educate those of voting age to make sure, one, they're registered to vote, and number two, to make sure that they actually vote and understand what they're voting for. There's a card that's going around that a senator or representative had in Nashville. He represents Nashville of all places, and they were posting them up. I sent that card because a friend of mine had it posted yesterday on all of her Facebook. And I'm like, here's the entire family with a Christmas card. And I did see your text message this morning, Latrice. Here's an entire family on a Christmas card with the representative of Nashville all holding AR 15s. I'm thinking, how do you feel right now? How do you feel right now? That even the youngest child in your home is probably about the same age of those two 9 year olds or three 9 years old, two 9 year olds who were shot and killed. How do you feel right now? Like seriously, there's something wrong. So y'all, we have a responsibility to share where we are and how we feel. No one's talking about taking away your guns or your gun rights. But do you need assault weapons? If you and I saw some tweets yesterday and some Instagram posts and some TikToks out there saying, if you want to shoot that, then go join the military where you can shoot that all day long. Just go join the military if that's what you want. So, in continuing with this plea and this call to get us to be prepared to vote and to have the education behind it, I need to revisit a story that I shared yesterday about the Wisconsin Supreme Court race for April the 4th. I was sharing with Latrice last night. I was sharing with Isaiah this morning. I was sharing with a friend of mine last night, just trying to work through this. I'm here to report the news. That's what I've agreed to do. And if any of you, you can go back and look at all the different videos I've had since June the 22nd, 2020. You can look at all my social media platforms. You will never see me taking a stance when I'm doing the news in this type of community public platform. I never tell you how to vote, which way to vote, what I agree with. I don't do that. You can't. If you find that for me, then I will sit here and apologize publicly. But you've never heard me say on this platform to support abortion. You've never heard me say that. You have never heard me say that. ever. So when I reported this on yesterday, and I'm making this public because the person then went out there and put a post on their platform. I'm making this public today to make this very clear. No, I'm not sitting here to apologize. I'm here to make it clear. I shared with you the two final people from the primary of February 21st, the money that's coming in, the dark money that's coming in, and why this race is important. You have one who is a female. Her name is Janet Protaskowitz. She is what you call the progressive. She's the one you will call the liberal, if you will. And then you also have Daniel Kelly. He is a staunch conservative, extremely conservative, just extremely right wing conservative. Okay, he's already told you where he stood. She's already told the people in Wisconsin where she stands. When I mentioned this yesterday, I went on to talk about the gerrymandering legislative maps and voting rights. We have to open up our mind, stop having a narrow mind and say, well, if she's for abortions and I can't vote. You better learn the whole land of the law, learn the whole thing. Seriously, people, this is not a one issue, this is not a single issue. She may be for abortion, but she's also for destroying these gerrymandering legislative maps, which you should want that too. And she's also for voting rights. So, y'all, we have to breathe through and get an understanding. You're not voting for somebody or against somebody because they believe in X. What is Y and Z? What is A through Z? See, that's how we get into trouble when we vote. We're only hearing one narrative. Y'all, they're the and I'm gonna say this, the Republicans, whether and y'all know I tell y'all to my split tickets all the time. The Republicans are brilliant in making sure you only hear one thing. So their spin is, well, Judge Janet Protaskowitz, she's only going to make sure that there's abortion. Okay, she has said that she believes in the right for women to choose. I'm a women's rights activist. If I just put it out there that way, I am. I believe that a woman should have a right to her body. I believe that I have a daughter. I want her to have the right to her body. What's ever best for her body, what's ever best for my body, my sisters, my nieces, what's ever best for my female friends, my adopted daughters, what's ever best for their bodies. And y'all, I don't know about you all, but I want voting rights. I do. And the reason all eyes are on Wisconsin when it comes to April the 4th is going to set what? A precedent. It's going to set that. So either we're going to open our minds and say, okay, I may not agree here, but I need the rest of this. So is this person the better choice? Is this person the best? So I'm not going to ask you not to inbox me, to cuss me out and say something I didn't say, and then go on your social media and just do what you do. Do it. I don't care. Because if anybody really wants to see what I said, they'll go back and read the tapes. So go back and read the tapes. But I'm serious, y'all. We have to get beyond that soundbite and really get to the root of what's really happening somewhere. And I'm not trying to sound all great and all this, that, and the other, but I know what I'm talking about when I come on here because I've studied it, I've researched it, and you best believe I have attorneys and judges that I call. Did I understand this correctly? Is this what this is actually saying? Can you tell me some more? I got this. And they have given me permission. Shoot me over the press release. I'll look at it. Give me your thoughts. Let me see your script on that, and I'll give you some pointers and send it back. That's what I do. Yeah, that's what I do. So I'm researching it. So I'm telling you to please. And it's sad that I'm preaching to the choir here because it's not our normal viewers. It's people who check in, and I want them to ask. But you can leave the cuss words out. You can leave all that stuff out. If you have a question, ask me and give me an opportunity to explain my stance on that. All right, as I heard many pastors say, are all minds clear so I can keep going? All right, Dr. Antoinette says, sis, people lie and liars won't admit it. Everybody who knows me knows I'm a womanist. There you go. Hey, we have to, you got to take a stand for something. You have to take a stand for something. In my conversation, I hope you don't mind me, Latrice, if you're still on here to share with this. On my conversation yesterday with Latrice, and I had just worked out, so I was now fired up because I had lifted weights. It was like 77 minutes of full on, and the instructor said, "You gave it. You're all." I was sweating. I was like, and I was working things out in my head. And I said to Latrice, I said, I said, I don't know how else to communicate what voting really is and the education behind it. I said, we give tools, we give resources. I said, I put it all on the table every time we have an issue or something when it comes to voting on news and motion. I said, I love this. This makes my heart sing. I'm passionate behind it. And I want us to be equipped with everything that we need. And I said, I don't know how people miss it. I go, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I said, but I have to keep going. Hester said, wow, yeah, girl, wow. I have to keep going. So even with that, talking about Wisconsin, so there's only one way. Get this, y'all. Associated Press is reporting that Wisconsin school bans the Millie and Dolly duet from the class concert. Yeah. Administrators at a Wisconsin elementary school stopped the first grade class from performing a Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton duet promoting LGBTQ acceptance because the song could be perceived as controversial. Well, students at Hayer Elementary School have prepared yes, um, rendition. That's I'm like really messed. I'm like, that's not how you say that. Rainbow Land for their spring concert, but school officials struck the song from the lineup last week. Parents in the district say the decision was made because the song encourages LGBTQ acceptance and references rainbows. First grade teacher Melissa Temple said she chose the song because its message seemed universal and sweet. The class concert theme was The World, which included other songs such as Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles and What a Wonderful Land by Louis Armstrong. Many students are just devastated, she says in a quote. They really like the song, and we had really begun singing it and having fun with it. Administrators also initially banned the song Rainbow Connection from the Muppets, later but later reversed that decision. It's interesting to me that this is our focus. LGBTQ, go back to the shooting, transgender, or banning of books or banning of drag shows. Well, that's the focus. What about these assault weapons that are killing our babies? What about the news reporters that were on the news reporting the news saying, and y'all, I don't know if y'all saw this one woman, she was out there reporting the news. She broke down crying and she says, I just survived this 15 months ago in Michigan. And she goes, now I'm out here reporting it. What about the reporter who's reporting the news at her son's school about a shooting? She stops. She goes, y'all forgive me, forgive me. I see my son walking forward. And she hugs her son and she has to keep reporting. No, I'm about to shout out here with my son coming out because he didn't get killed. Now they're showing yesterday that there are now people reporting the news or parents of children in schools of the same thing that they survived from Columbine to the most recent shooting that was at the campus in Michigan. Yeah, we got a problem, but we're going to take out a song because you think it's going to be controversial because these first graders want to sing this song. You want to deal with the song from the Muppets? Seriously? That's where we are. This is what we're dealing with. Lori said, not Kermit's song. It's not controversial at all, but this is what we deal with. Kim Edmondson's right. Why are we banning books but not assault rifles? Exactly. Back to what I talked about last week or the week before, town hall meetings, y'all, town hall meetings. This is where we can ask the question. And the last thing I want to share before I go to the inspirational message, GOP senators are pushing legislation to overturn Biden's student debt plan. Why? Why do you care? Seriously. You just bailed out Silicon Valley Bank. You just bailed out Signature Bank in New York. Why can't you just let the people breathe? Now, again, it's like, what is really going on here today in America? What's really happening? That's the question we need to be asking. And that's the question we need to be answering. A group of GOP senators introduced a resolution to overturn Biden's student debt forgiveness plan. Well, let's talk about how much money y'all got from the PPP plan. We still have receipts from that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that you are making sure that Minority Leader Mitch McConnell gets all the care he wants, and I think you should give him his care too. But why penalize us behind it? Why are we paying for something? Why here is AEP going up 28% per month for a year to help beat inflation? Why is that? Why don't you bail them out? Why don't you just pay our electricity? How about that? Marion Jackson says helping the rich at the expense of everyone else. Y'all, this is ridiculous. And we need to start raising our voices. We should stop putting ourselves in a position to just allow them to project their stuff on us so that they can stay rich and we can become poor. Okay, I said what I said. So the resolution supporters have painted Biden's plan as an attack on blue collar workers who didn't take out student loans. Well, can we say that you painted a plan to attack us because we're not in the chambers, and you have health insurance, you have transportation, you have per diem, you get to eat, you get to have your jet, you get to have everything. Are we telling you not to get that? Huh? Are we telling you that? What? No, we're not. There's a lot to unpack, y'all. So y'all should be glad that I'm leaving here on at the end of Thursday, because I can feel myself only going this way and being on 10 every time I come on here. And y'all want me to calm down and come back on May the 1st. So y'all should just pray for that I come back May 1st pretty balanced and settled and relaxed. Because y'all, when we come back, we're going to give headlines, but we're also going to give how we can do some things, which is going to be extremely, extremely important. I'm going to give you everything I have. I am. I think we've been doing that all along, but I'm going to give you more hands-on tools that you can use. So listen, sign up for the e-newsletter. Sign up for it. Sign up for it. Go to gaildudley.com. It's free and it's filled with nothing but content. You got 2 emails yesterday, the AM edition and the PM edition, and they were stacked with information. Anybody on here who received it, put in the comment section just what type of information you received. You just go to the homepage, you click on subscribe, you complete that. It takes you less than 20 seconds probably to complete it. You become, and you'll get it. And I don't send out emails every day. You normally get the 2 on Monday. That just started last week. We broke them up because it was too much information in there. You get 2 on Monday, and you may get another one throughout the week, maybe. So we need your help with that. We do. We do. We do. We want to arm you with the information that you need. That's what we want to do. So let's go to the inspirational message, and then we're out of here. The inspirational message for today, go ahead and pop it up, Isaiah, is what's your platform? What's your platform? Where do you stand? What do you need to make sure your platform is successful? Well, one thing I believe we all need is prayer. And many of you, if you're new to this platform, yes, I'm a follower of Jesus. And yes, I will quote scriptures all the time. That's who I am. I will not compromise that. But you do need prayer. That's one of the resources that we need when we're looking at our platform is prayer, to pray for us. I'm going to ask y'all on live broadcast today, pray for me. Seriously. Yesterday I was a wreck. Like, what is this? And I could only imagine if we would have tried to push through all the way to June, there's no way. So one of us would have just broke. We would have just broke down. So we need prayer. We do. We need prayer. And these are the P's, PPP. It starts with platform. So the first one is prayer. The second one is purpose. When you're looking at your platform, what is your purpose? Make sure you're following your purpose and not what somebody else say you should be doing. Make sure you're doing what God has called you to do. Make sure you're doing that. It's very important that you are in line with the purpose of what God has called you to do. Thank you, Pastor Alex, for praying that you're in line with what God has called you to do. So first you have prayer. You can't do anything else without prayer. So what's your platform? That first resource you need in building that will be prayer. The second thing you're building that is your purpose. And then that third piece, there's more, but I'm only going to give you 3 today. That third piece is to position yourself. Position yourself. It's so easy for us to position ourselves for that space to receive, but also position yourself for when you need to resist. Yeah. Sometimes stuff is dumped on us all the time because people know our platform. They know that we're people of prayer. They know our purpose and they just want to dump on us. In that position, one of those P's, know when to resist, know when to say no, know when to say, time out now, I got to take a break. Know that as well. So y'all, in building that platform, make sure it's something that God has called you to. Make sure it's something that you are passionate about. Lori says, PPP, prayer, purpose, position yourself. Thank you, Lori. And make sure it's something that you can get into position to either receive or to resist. To receive or to resist. And even surround yourself with people of prayer who have a discernment, people that you trust, your confidant, who can tell you, nope, let me cover you in this season. Let me get with you. Or, hey, girl, like Deborah said to me, girl, take a break. Take a break. Hey, brother, take a break. Hey, it's time for you to go in. Hey, it's time for you to put on the full armor. Hey, whatever that is, make sure we position ourselves for that. All right, y'all, this was a different, that's happening Tuesday, but I had to give you all of this information today. And if you go back through any of it, it all has to deal with voting and us as constituents and our place. Tomorrow, I'm going to give you a fact sheet on, and you really want to hear about this tomorrow. So come back tomorrow. This is a fact sheet from the Biden administration, how they announced new resources to support women small business owners. So y'all, this information is about 4 pages. This information is outstanding. I knew I couldn't get it in here today. This was where I was going today until everything broke out yesterday. So with that, y'all know what I say. Stay well, everyone. And remember, make some bold moves. I'm out.
News